Welcome to Slash-A-Thon. Hey guys, welcome back to MegaNerd Squad. Happy Halloween to you all. And for this holiday, we have a very fitting movie that we're reviewing today for you.
And the name of this movie is Halloween.
John Carpenter's 1978, the original Halloween, debatably the greatest horror movie of all time. I've always loved this movie. We actually got to see this in theaters. I've never seen this in theaters. We just watched it over at the
Cinemark Theater at Universal Studios.
Yes.
Which was awesome because it's the $5 tickets for these classic movies shown on the big screen. And you get the recliner seats as well. And it's just awesome because we get to pick our seat, recliner chairs all the way. And it's not those new cheap ones that I saw at the AMC down here. Because originally when they started it, they had very good seating, very comfortable seats like the one at Cinemark for every movie, no matter what. But apparently now they just have assigned seating for everything.
This is one of my favorite movies of all time. So I was naturally ecstatic to be able to see it on the big screen. And I was looking for things that I'd never really seen before, but I didn't really see anything. I mean, there was one jack-o'-lantern that I noticed this time. That was the only new addition. And then I mentioned it to you. I'm like, it's a jack-o'-lantern. There's actually a lot more jack-o'-lanterns than I always thought growing up.
I'm gonna assume you guys have seen this movie, but if you guys haven't, Michael Myers is one of the creepiest slashers in the world. Michael in this movie is oh my god, he's just awesome stalker type slasher. And he's just waiting in the corner watching Laurie throughout the day. Laurie looks through the window, sees Michael Myers, then looks back out the window. Michael's not there anymore. And he's just following
That's one of my favorite shots.
The whole movie.
He looks so intimidating right there when she's in class and she looks out the window and he's standing there outside the car staring straight at her. I love that part. I love almost everything about this movie from the beginning to the end. I love the story. I love the character of Dr. Loomis. Definitely Michael Myers.
Definitely Laurie Strode.
Definitely Laurie Strode. All of these characters in it. I mean, her stupid friends. I'm glad that they got picked off. I mean, that's obviously the characters that they were written to
I'm glad
play, and they did a good job playing those characters.
Good amount of kills in this movie.
There's a total of 5.
Yeah, which is more than the first Nightmare.
A little bit, yeah. So it's still not like high body count or anything, but it's like, it's enough to let the food cook. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything digests properly as it should. It's perfect. I don't even know where to start. I don't know. How do I this movie opens up as you get to see Michael Myers as a 6-year-old kid. That's how this movie starts. You see his POV. He goes upstairs and kills his sister. And then boom, you got 15 years later. And he's in an insane asylum. You meet Dr. Loomis. He's giving exposition on who this crazy ass person is. He refers to him as it, as opposed to a person. And she's like, don't you think we should call him he? And she's like, if you say so.
Yeah. And just Michael trying to kill Laurie Strode basically throughout this movie because he sees her and just it's explained more in the second movie, but it's just creepy how Michael would just stalk people. You just see him in the corner staring. And there's this one scene that I love where he is literally in the car and then Laurie and her friends are walking and Laurie's friend shouts, "Speed kills!" And then Michael just stops the car, is still for 30 seconds and just cries off.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
I do love his stalking, that's what he is. He's the stalker. And you even get that right at the beginning of the movie, right right when it starts. It's his POV. Stalking his sister with her boyfriend. They go upstairs and, you know, they do whatever. And then the boyfriend leaves. He goes upstairs, kills his sister. He sees Laurie Strode because her dad is a realtor and he's selling the house. So she drops off the keys like her dad asked. And he's in his old house. And he sees her. Ever since he sees her, from that first moment, he just stalks her the rest of the night. Yeah. And tries to kill her, but obviously she survived.
She survived.
She was the virgin.
Over 20 years.
She was the virgin, and that's why she was able to survive.
Yep. And Laurie Strode is actually a really strong character, and it shows because she's been in almost every single Halloween movie since. And it's just hard to compete with that character in any other horror franchise because that's just a strong character and stands up to Michael more than any of the other characters do in any other slasher movie.
Yeah, she's in 1, 2, 7, 8, and then last year's sequel.
Overall, this movie is amazing. I love Michael stalking. Loomis actually is so worried. He's scared of Michael because he's scared of what he can do. And it shows because Michael kills all her friends. And then he doesn't even realize until the kids start running out of the house and start screaming. And he knows Michael's in the house. And then he shoots him. Michael falls on the ground. And then he looks over, looks back.
He empties the gun into him.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's easily one of my favorite movies of all time. It is my favorite horror movie. I would say the best thing about this is the creation of the character of Michael Myers, the music that John Carpenter put into this, and the acting of Donald Pleasence as Dr. Loomis.
That's basically
Those
the
are the
best.
three
It's basically what makes
best
this
things about
movie.
this.
And Laurie Strode as well, mixing.
Yeah, Jamie Lee Curtis did a great job.
And that's basically what she's like.
She was young too.
big.
She was like only 19, I think, or something like that.
Yeah.
At the time, the whole crew was pretty young. John Carpenter, I think he was like 27. This was kind of like his, yeah, it was pretty much like his reckoning. You know, once he made this movie and they listened to the musical score that he did and he like edited this whole thing. He wrote it, directed it, made the music for it, edited it up, you know, and like he is the mastermind. This guy, I love John Carpenter. He's one of my favorite directors. He has the perfect, he puts science fiction and horror together so like beautifully blended together. The mystique behind what Michael is so disturbing. Like, is he supernatural? It was supposed to always keep the audience kind of like wondering. Like, ultimately, yes, he is.
He is supernatural.
I mean, I don't think anybody even that crazy and full of adrenaline can go through what Michael did in the movie we just watched and be okay. He got shot 6 times, fell off the roof, in a balcony or whatever,
house,
and then a second later he was gone.
Yeah, no, he's something else.
That's another thing about this movie. Like, I love the end of it. How Loomis goes up there, saves the day, shoots the monster. He finally, you know, like, this is the first time you actually get to see Loomis and the Shape, Michael Myers, together in the same room. It's in the last minute of the movie. And the whole movie, we're wanting to see them together. It is at the beginning of the movie where they're really close when he steals the car and Loomis is in the vicinity. But you don't actually see them like face to face until that one moment when he runs up the stairs and sees him standing there unmasked and sees that for sure that it is Michael. Maybe that's why they added that unmasking scene. So that would know. It justified him shooting him. And it's weird they got a different actor to play that unmasking scene for just that one clip. You know, just that one part. Because Nick Castle played Michael Myers the entirety of the rest of the movie.
It is really creepy. Michael is an awesome slasher and is very stalkery and super creepy, and I just love everything about this movie. And there's a reason why it's considered one of the best horror movies of all time, and it shows. So I'm going to give this movie a 9.5 out of 10.
This movie is nostalgic for me. My Nana would always play this movie on Halloween. All of us would go to her house for Halloween and she would play this movie on repeat. It would be on VHS, and when it would end, she would stop, rewind it, and push play again. And it scared the hell out of me as a kid too. But as I grew up and matured and learned, it's just a movie, and I knew that as a kid too. But it was like, it scared the shit out of me. The character of Michael Myers, and he still gets me today. Like, if he turned the corner right now, I'd be out the door. I wouldn't laugh like it was a prank. I would literally be gone because he terrifies me. That blank, pale, emotionless face, as Loomis said. This movie is hands down, it's a 10 for me. I mean, it's one of my favorites of all time, and I'll always give this one a 10. And every time I watch it, it's good. It's never bad.
Yeah.
There's a couple, like, goofy parts within the movie, like when Laurie looks out the window and he's standing, you know, in the sheets while they're drying, and then he's gone. It cuts back to her, and then it cuts back to where she's looking, and he's gone.
Yeah, but it looks like it was still.
It's like, what did that really mean?
He could teleport, but
Yeah, that's what it kind of led it to look like, the way it was cut right there, the edit. Michael's always been my favorite, though, because he had no rhyme or reason for what happened to him. It was never explained, and that's why in the remake, they went back to the origin of the first one, when it's just, there's no reason why he kills people, he just does it. And he doesn't talk. He's completely, you can't get through to him.
I don't think we're ever gonna know.
I don't know. I'm glad that they went back to the non-explanation thing. Like, that's his character, and that's the way it just needs to stay. I mean, we got the perfect, one of the best performances I've ever seen through Donald Pleasence as Dr. Loomis portraying who Michael is. So us seeing who Michael is was not only Nick Castle, it was Dr. Loomis and his premium acting. The way, those couple of scenes when he's explaining Michael Myers, when he in the Myers house when he's talking to Brackett, it's one of my favorite scenes of the whole movie. When he just explains, you know, the blackest eyes, the devil's eyes. He said he spent, 6 years trying to reach him, and then another 7 trying to keep him locked up, because he realized that was what was living behind that boy's eyes was purely and simply evil.
We hope you guys are enjoying Slash-A-Thon. As you could tell, this is his favorite movie. As you could tell, he loves this movie so much. And Slash-A-Thon is almost over, which it sucks, but we'll be back next year for even more Slash-A-Thon and even better reviews.
We're gonna finish out the rest of the Halloween stuff, though.
Yeah.
We got a ranking, and we're gonna do the reboot as well, or not the reboot, the sequel.
Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys did enjoy it, leave a like, subscribe, and comment down below what you thought of this movie and if it's your favorite horror movie of all time.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for watching. MegaNerd Squad out.